Black Ultra MAGA Nation citizens, you fucking degenerates.
You degenerates.
We're all here together today.
Joey Diaz says that.
Does he? Wow. Oh, we got 6 people on Rumble. That's surprising. Thanks for watching on this special Thursday afternoon pop-up of a one of the greatest, shittiest podcasts that are being produced that nobody watches.
Shittiest.
We could talk about a lot of things today. There's Prince Andrew getting arrested. But, he got arrested for things detrimental to the crown. For passing, see, this is what nobody's talking about. I actually looked this up, and this is not going to be about Andrews getting arrested. It's just a brief synopsis of what happened. But it was for passing secret information.
Yeah,
Nice. It was for passing secret information.
it wasn't even. Well, I know Keir Starmer did something to him for the Epstein's.
Well, they stripped him of his royal powers or whatever you would call it. And that was a while ago. But when he was arrested today, he was arrested for conduct detrimental to the crown or some shit like that.
Detrimental to the crown.
And if you look deeper into it, basically what he did is he passed information along to Jeffrey Epstein. So it's not like I guess that's my point. Everybody's like, oh my God, somebody was arrested. Well, it's not like it was not like he was arrested for anything related to what Jeffrey Epstein did to children or people like that. It was passing information along. And so to sit here and go, oh my God, somebody got arrested, blah, blah, blah. Yes, they did. But still, it's the same thing that the government's done this entire time. And that's talk a bunch and do absolutely nothing. And it's sad. And the reason it's sad is because a lot of these people we put in place, like Dan Bonjel, well, not put in place, we put Trump in place and the senators and the Congress members, but we put them there so that we would see this change, like almost like a Barack Obama level change,
right?
That we were supposed to see,
change.
And it just hasn't happened.
Looking up why Tucker Carlson got arrested.
He was detained.
That is arrested, okay?
No, you're not under arrest. I'm just detaining you.
For a short time.
For a short period. Hey, pull up the podcast and make sure we got audio again.
So Tucker Carlson was not arrested in Israel.
Yeah, I told you. It's only going to say detained. Because talking to somebody... It just hasn't happened. Okay. I was hoping that would change, but it didn't.
Yeah.
So...
He was not arrested in Israel.
He was detained and asked some questions because he landed at an airport and refused to leave because he's trying to make it sound like Israel was trying to kill him.
Okay, once again.
Yes.
He's just bullshitting.
Even though he flew to Israel to have a... literally, he didn't even leave the airport that was with Huckabee. I haven't seen I don't know if it's been released yet.
Routine passport control and security questions at every traveler.
Every one of them goes through. Everybody goes through it. And they can freeze your accounts, shut off your cards, lock you out of your own money overnight. Banks don't protect you, they control you. That's why real financial freedom starts with ownership. Introducing Rumble Wallet, a non-custodial wallet built for people who refuse to give up control.
Non-custodial.
With Rumble Wallet, you don't just buy digital currency like Bitcoin and Tether. You can own Tether Gold, real gold, on the blockchain. Through Tether Gold, you get direct ownership of physical gold bars, each one fully allocated, verifiable by serial number, purity, and weight. This isn't paper gold. This isn't an IOU. This is real gold without bank vaults, storage fees, or gatekeepers. You can buy, sell, or move it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even when traditional gold markets are closed. And if you want, Tether Gold can be redeemed for physical gold. That's power. And when you support creators on Rumble, you can tip them directly using Rumble Wallet, peer-to-peer, and outside the banking systems. No permissions, no middlemen, no cancel button. This wallet is yours forever. Scan the QR code, get the Rumble
Do it.
wallet, do it. You don't necessarily have to tip us, although it is nice when you do.
All the cool little coins on there.
Bitcoin, Ethereum. Anyway, download it.
Do it.
Do it. But back to what we were talking about, Prince Andrew just really wasn't arrested for shit. So nobody's still been arrested for Epstein. Britain didn't beat us to be the first country to arrest somebody because of Epstein in the manner that we want people arrested because of Epstein.
Right.
Like, that's like, oh, we got Al Capone. How'd you get him? Tax evasion. But he's a murderer. Yeah, but we can't prove that. We can prove tax evasion.
Yeah.
Like, it's great. It's wonderful. Awesome. The other thing is this modern FBI, although they're doing some great things with crime statistics and everything else, they are fumble fucking this whole Epstein thing in a manner that is just Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, hell, even Dan Bongino. Like, you've made some good points today when we were talking about that shit. And I like Dan Bongino as a podcaster, as a person. I don't know him as a person. I'm not going anywhere except to find my Zens. Guys, just enjoy the background music. I'm just kidding. But when you sit here and you have to remember, Dan Bongino and Kash Patel were so big on the Epstein files and how there was a list and all this other stuff. So either A, they're eating a whole bunch of crow right now because the FBI really didn't have a list and they were just talking a bunch of conspiracy theorist shit. B, the people that had all that information deleted it before this administration took over, and it still makes Kash Patel and Dan Bongino look like shit. Or C, they're covering something up.
A bunch of coons.
Like, now, I don't believe they're covering something up.
There's something going on there. Like,
see, here's the problem. Either there's something going on there or there's absolutely nothing going on there. And right now, at this point, it's going to look the same.
Yeah, that's true. Which is kind of what Dan tried to say, right?
I mean, yeah. But still, it's hard to hear the guy that was like, I'm going to bring down the whole fucking list.
Time is over.
And now, like, he has an interview with Kash Patel where I didn't monitor it that closely, but I don't even think they brought up the Epstein list. And if they did, it was probably like, oh, Epstein killed himself and it was a nothing burger and there wasn't anything there. And the problem is, even if that's true, it's going to look like they're hiding it. Like, both directions, it's going to look bad.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of trash. You have Donald Trump changing the paint scheme on the Air Force One. The new one's coming out.
What is?
Oh, he's going to do his paint scheme, dark blue, red, gold, white.
Is that bad?
No, I think it's great.
Oh, okay.
Because it's not past. Now, honestly, I was talking with somebody else about this the other day. And personally, I'd like it painted like a giant fucking American flag.
That's what I was kind of thinking.
Like, it's going to be more like his personal paint.
Going away from that, I was like, what the fuck? It was never that.
No, it's never been. He's going. Let's see if I can
Trump's
find
like
it.
Man. He's going to customize his shit, his brand.
Yes, he is. And anybody that expects differently from him, I guess my problem is the entire time everybody always goes, well, no other president did that shit. You're right, but no other president's done as much shit in the amount of time this term that Donald Trump's done.
Yeah.
Like, he's fucking working at an outlandish pace, and he's doing it because he understands that this is the last shot to try to fix this republic. Because if we keep going on the debt path that we're going on, where all these greasy politicians are lining their pockets with taxpayer dollars, the country's going to collapse. It's going to be a Venezuelan fucking currency collapse. Like, we're going to be rolling up.
Blackouts.
Yeah, rolling up with wheelbarrows full of money to buy fucking bread. Like, so.
I saw a thing no one's talking about. It was, I'm sure it happens more than this, but it was like this, like, family. They were, like, really young.
Okay.
They were, like early 20s or something, but they.
Like, kids, daughter, shit like that.
Young couple with, like, kids.
Okay.
Just starting out, but they enrolled in some kind of food program for kids with a faulty Somali organization, and they got completely screwed.
Oh, so not only are they screwing the taxpayers,
Hmm.
they're screwing the people that are asking for help too.
Yeah, but no liberals care about that.
Well, that's because that doesn't fit the fucking agenda.
Right.
And that's the real issue is hold on, I'm pulling up the new paint job,
It's gonna
share.
be fancy.
It's not. It's just going to look more like Donald.
It's gonna
Oh,
be fancy.
damn it.
Yeah, they're gonna hit you with that.
They got me with that. I just liked the first picture.
Just want to see the first one. Don't you know? You know what accent that was?
It's not letting me rewind. It's totally just
'Cause
screwing.
you gotta pay for the Detroit Free Press. Ugh.
It's totally just screwing the shit out of me right now.
See?
You can't say that, Sean Strickland. Anyway, so there's the old paint job. This is more reminiscent of Donald Trump's current airplane, not the one he flies with the United States. And we're done with that. We're done with that because they're doing that. Anyway, I don't necessarily hate it. I don't necessarily love it. I honestly just don't care.
Yeah, it's kind of a nothing.
Like, that's a nothing burger. It's not like he's stripping the airplanes that are already painted the way they are and costing the taxpayers money. He's changing the paint job on the new airplanes that they're building now. So they would have to be painted anyway. John Kennedy picked that color, those colors for Air Force One.
Okay.
JFK did. Like,
He's dead.
he's not the president anymore. And I don't mean to be insensitive. It's just that's a nothing burger to me that I see the liberals just running
Oh,
with.
yeah, it's like that with the ballroom.
Yeah,
Yada,
that
yada.
nobody's paying for, like taxpayers. I mean, and that's kind of my point. Like if and that kind of actually goes into the next part. If we don't get the SAVE Act passed,
Yeah, we're gonna have issues.
we're gonna have a lot where a Republican will most likely never win again. And I understand that's neverisms.
Yeah,
And maybe it'll get bad enough that somehow we'll have
then
another
we're gonna have
Trump-esque
people that aren't
moment.
even from here telling our country what to do, and that's gonna cause friction.
Europe,
Yeah, yeah.
all of
Well,
Europe.
then, but the problem is, you watch, like, I watch these videos. Like, Ireland's a good one because they got like some hard asses there, but they're just not doing it. This guy walking, actually, it might have been Germany. Dude's walking through the park because all the public parks in these areas now are just fucking full of criminals from other countries that have just decided to live there, and everybody's cool with it. And he's walking through the park, and they're like, "Don't film me." And he's like, "I'll film you where I want. You're in my country." But like, that's it. Americans are gonna be a little different. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Like, it's not gonna be us walking through the park. Oh, hey, blah, blah, blah. I can film you if I want. That's not how Americans roll.
I hear you, and that's not how some of them roll, but there's a lot of them now. I think they're just
Yeah.
too fucking soft. I mean, look what's going on in Minnesota. Look at Dearborn, Michigan, where they're playing the fucking
Yeah,
prayer
true.
music. Like I want to agree with you, I do, but the way they're doing it, they're assimilating into the culture and then taking over. Which, if you look at what the Muslim doctrine really fucking tells them to do, it's exactly
Yeah, that's
that.
what they want them to do.
You come
They're
in.
right to do that.
Yes, it's their right.
We're
And
the infidel.
and you come in and first before you have the masses you're polite, you're nice, and then at the end of the day the women are in full Sharia law, or Sharia law is fully taken over, women are in burqas, fucking, like, and it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
you know
Can't have dogs.
and I guess it's bad because not necessarily against the Muslims, although against the Muslims, but like right now we have people arguing about Trump bringing back In God We Trust.
Yeah, of course they are.
But in the same breath, they're arguing that it's okay.
Yeah, if it was trying to do a Muslim statement, they'd be totally cool with
That's my point. You have Mandami who's like, hey, if you don't let me raise taxes on the billionaires, I'll just raise everyone's property tax. Meh.
it.
Like, what happened? Well, that's exactly what communists and socialists do.
Yep.
They take the money from the rich. The problem is they want everybody poor.
So they're gonna do what you want, and then they get into power and do whatever they want. Which is most politicians true, but communists especially.
Well, the problem is in a communist state, Well, and in any state where anyone can have absolute power, which is why I like our three separate but same divisions of the government. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. If I can murder 6 million Jews, I turn into Hitler.
Yep.
Like, absolute power corrupts absolutely. And that's always been true, with the exception of one, that's Jesus Christ. He had absolute power, but instead died for us on the cross and absolved us of our sins. I'm not trying to get into Christianity or anything because we'll probably get banned because we're not in a pro-Muslim statement right
Not
now.
on Rumble.
Not on Rumble, but we might still be streaming on YouTube. Go to YouTube, see if
Good point.
we're actually still going.
Has a low amount of viewers on YouTube. That's not usual.
Well, and I don't see any extra from X. Did you post it?
It posts by itself.
Oh yeah, it does, doesn't it? So we ain't got nobody on X. We do appreciate the loyal Rumble followers. Thank you. We do appreciate you guys.
Muchas gracias.
I know that
Senor.
you could be doing something
Senorita.
else on Thursday, February 19th. My birthday's coming up next Thursday.
Today, is it today or yesterday was drinking wine day?
Was it? I didn't know that. You have to stick your pinky out? That's right.
How old are you going to be, man?
43. I'll be level 43 because
Level 43.
I'm no longer going to say how old I am. I'm level 43.
It just makes you sound old.
It sounds cooler to me. Sounds cooler to me. Thank you.
On YouTube. We're going. We got 1 like.
We have a like on YouTube.
Oh, actually, we got 2.
We have 2 likes on
As soon
YouTube.
as I liked it, it hit another one.
Nice. Thank you. Hey. Anyway, Prince Andrew got arrested. They murdered Princess Diana. They probably false flagged attacked the World Trade Center, especially Building 7. It was probably a missile that hit the Pentagon. Aliens are real because Barack Obama said so, but then he retracted the statement and said, well, aliens are real because there's an infinite number of planets, and on those planets there's an infinite chance that one of them have some sort of life, so aliens have to be real because Donald Trump came out and said that he leaked classified information.
Or they're both in the Epstein files and they're just making a huge distraction.
Well, they are both in the Epstein files.
That's just stoking the conspiracy files.
They are both in the Epstein files. Everyone's 2 people are watching us on YouTube all of a sudden. Like the Epstein files are real. They are in it. They also talked about the Indianapolis Colts 3 times in the Epstein files. So,
really?
Yes, they actually broke down. You can look this up. They broke down how much each NFL team, how many times they were spoke about in the Epstein files. But here's the problem with the Epstein files. If I reference,
there's a lot of problems with the Epstein.
Well, yeah, no, but I'm saying if I Epstein is a big problem. The whole thing is a giant problem. But if I reference a news article in an email and I send it to you, everything in that news article is now in the Epstein files. And that's why all these sports teams are in it. And even some of the stuff about Donald Trump or Bill Clinton or Bill Gates, because Glates. That's right. Because I do agree with you. If you're going to look at something blind-eyed, then you have to look at it blind-eyed and everything. Now, I do believe that a lot of the protectionism that you hear about Trump right now about the Epstein files is because, in my opinion, he's the most attacked. And you made a great point earlier when we were talking, when you were like, well, he's the president.
Yeah.
Like, I get that. Now, we did learn some stuff today that all of these FBI things that were talked about Donald Trump were done after Epstein died, like before an election, and they were so outlandish. If you look at all the other tips, none of them were as wild as the very specific tips for Trump. Now, a lot of people also talk about this other court case that was filed in California. And if you just read the filings, it's bad. It's really bad. But when you start looking into it, the filings were immediately removed. Nobody ever came forward and actually said that they were the person. Then they were transferred to New York from California because it was a very liberal judge. And in there, nothing was ever actually filed like fully. Like
Right.
they couldn't actually like they didn't do anything. And then that case was then redacted. And then come to find out, and this is the stuff nobody's talking about. The guy that filed, they found out who filed that, and it was the same guy that worked on Jerry Springer, one of the producers, that's known for their outlandish you know what Jerry Springer's known for.
Oh yeah.
Like it was a producer for Jerry Springer that was trying to bring this stuff to court, and it was so outlandish it sounded like a Jerry Springer episode. And then all of a sudden they're redacted because there's nobody that can corroborate the story or anything else. So like everything that they have that they point at Donald Trump with can kind of be shot the fuck down.
Right.
Which is why Joe Biden's presidency never brought that up. I mean, fuck, they were looking for a reason to perp walk that dude.
Yeah.
Like he'd have been the financier of Epstein.
Tried it at least. Like,
well, hell, even what they tried was a little better than that.
What the 34 felonies?
34 fucking felonies.
Bullshit felonies.
That are all the same thing but aren't the same thing. And he doesn't have to pay the $500 billion or $1 million, whatever that was, to Georgia. Remember when he had that lawsuit against him? That got fucking turned over. But I'm just saying, like, if you want it, and I still do agree with you, like, you can't just go, well, everything's 100% truthful that they say about Bill Clinton, but there's no pictures of Donald Trump floating in a hot tub naked with another woman in the hot tub that's not Hillary Clinton and her face is blurred out.
Is it?
No, but there is a Bill Clinton.
Okay.
Like that picture's there. All they have of Donald Trump is Donald Trump standing near Jeffrey Epstein from 95 to like 2004 when he turned him in, or 2006 when he called the police and said, everybody knows how crooked Jeffrey is. Pay attention to Ghislaine. And then people go, well, why didn't he turn him in? Well, he kind of did. He did call cops. And who else did?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, who else did? Did Bill?
Nobody.
Did Bill, pick one, Clinton or Gates? Did Elon? Did fucking, who else turned this man in while you're sitting here standing on some fucking high horse going, well, Donald Trump's guilty? Because this is the problem. The left is doing the exact opposite. They're like, Donald Trump's guilty, nobody else is.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not even bringing up the other people.
Not at all.
Especially like Obama.
Any of them, though. And the fact that there's no Bidens in it at all is fucking wild.
That is suspect. But that's like I was saying, that means like a couple things. One of them is like he's just not in there. Two is he took himself out when he had the files, or the worst one, which is that there's multiple islands and he just wasn't in this specific group.
Which, I mean, and realistically, it's probably that.
Yeah.
It's probably there's probably more. I mean, fuck, we know about Bohemian Grove, and I'm not even saying anything weird happens at Bohemian Grove. Let's just say nothing weird happens. It's just a bunch of rich people that hang out. Let's look at it on its plainest fucking.
Yeah.
Let's go by what they say. Okay, it's still fucking weird.
It is, yeah.
Like there's just a bunch of rich people that hang out.
Like, and the people that make decisions all hang out.
And there's a giant owl statue.
Yeah.
And they have a bonfire and they just hang out.
Yeah, they fake sacrifice a baby.
Yeah, and
fake.
And it's all fake. And what they're saying is all 100% true and accurate. And no one's ever been hurt there.
Yeah.
It's still fucking weird.
Shit.
I'm just saying, if you go by everything they say, if you take them at 100%.
Dude, I think the only reason it was fake is because they knew Alex Jones was filming that. And they were like, dude, let's use this as an opportunity. They're kind of diabolical.
They're not stupid. All of these people didn't get in control and make money.
Fucking ways to manipulate people. Like, it's the same group. It's safe. It's the dope.
Yeah, you do, Miss Linz.
Because you know what wouldn't look weird? If a bunch of politicians and all that were out there just having a big church meet and we're like, yeah, woo.
But and you're right. But that's what I mean. If you go by 100% of what they say, no one's ever been hurt. All of it's fake. All of that. It's still fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's still fucking weird. And if you believe that the only state that's got billions of dollars worth of daycare fraud is Minnesota with the Somalians. I just combined Minnesota and wow, I did it again. Anyway, if you believe that that's the only state that has that issue and it's only the Somalians that figured out how to do it, I think you're a retard. Well, I don't think Jeffrey Epstein's the only person. And I have kind of an off the wall answer because I like one of the things that I like. I was using Dan's fucking Arkham's razor thing. The simplest answer is like Jeffrey Epstein's not a Mossad agent. He didn't work for the CIA. But he did have outlandish parties and bring underage girls to those fucking parties and let a bunch of rich people bang.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I think happened. I don't even necessarily believe that there's videotapes and blackmail and all that stuff. I believe it's a dude that hung out with a bunch of, that was a creepy fuck and all these rich people. I mean, think about it.
Like he had like.
Yeah, well, but I mean, think about it. When you're rich as fuck and you can do anything you fucking want to, well, now you want to find things that you can't do.
That's why you normally see like billionaires. What's the vacation they do is like would be like essentially the same thing as someone living in poverty for like a week.
That's what I mean.
You know what I'm saying?
You know,
like they want to do shit that's
or like in and I don't remember what country it was, but they just brought up how during a fucking war in the 90s, rich people would go to that country and just kill people.
Yeah, just hunt people.
Like that's same thing, and it's sick as fuck, but.
That's why they're special force.
That's why I believe Jeffrey Epstein was a piece of shit. There were a bunch of rich people that went and banged underage chicks and dudes at a fucking island. I don't necessarily know if they were eating people and fucking killing them, but there is some weird ass fucking conversations about jerky in these emails. Yeah. And you know, if you know, ass jerky don't make itself. Fallout.
That's right.
Hey, Vaulty, ass jerky don't make itself. Anyway, there was some sick shit. I don't know that I guess I always look at things like it's not as bad as the worst things people say, and it's not as good as what the best people say. Right. It's got to be somewhere in the fucking middle.
Well, also too, man, if you're on Twitter, you can literally just say the wildest fucking story about Epstein. Say it out there like it's true, and everybody's like, well, I fucking read that, and that happened.
That's real. Well, it's no different than like fucking Russiagate when they were saying Trump was with Russia and they couldn't get anybody to do shit about it. So then they leak it to the Wall Street Journal. The Wall Street Journal publishes it, and then they use that to get the FISA warrant by going, even look, the Wall Street Journal said it. Like everybody's hungry for fucking information and now we can just create it and we can all reach it in fuck. Look at our shitty podcast. We're not reaching millions, but we got like 11 of y'all on here. Yeah. And so to like sit here and go, oh my God, it's the worst, as bad as everybody says. No, I don't believe that. But I do believe that
Archie blows.
I do believe that Greg wants to tell you something.
Have you still not tried 1775 coffee? Now's your shot. The 1775 starter kit just dropped. Only 1,000 units. You're getting the bold dark roast. It hits hard. The smooth medium roast. And the Vitality mushroom coffee for clean energy and laser focus with no crash. All single origin, small batch, toxin free, and mold free.
Mold free.
That's good. I don't want mold. That doesn't mean free mold. That's mold free.
Mold free.
You're also getting a gold spoon clip because freedom isn't scooped with plastic.
Not with plastic.
No microplastics. A frother strong enough to stir up your coffee and your mother-in-law's opinions, or really any liberal.
Any liberal at all. Stir those opinions.
A black 1775 tumbler, $170 worth of coffee and gear. Yours for $99.
That's a deal.
This is for the ones who've been watching 1775 blow up on Rumble, wonder if it's actually worth it. Spoiler alert, it is. Go to 1775coffee.com/studio and grab your starter kit before they're gone. Bold beans, clean fuel, and a morning routine that just stands for something, just like Rumble does.
Once again, that's 1775coffee.com/studio. That's STUDIO. Anyway, but if you really believe that that one group of Somalians is the only ones that are defrauding the government, and this is the only island where rich ass dudes go and do questionable fucking things, you're an idiot. Like, and I don't mean to say it so cavalier, but like, really, that's what you think? You think that's the only section on the planet where some guy got an island and did some questionable shit where cops don't come and nobody checks on? You know, Obama was on the island. Epstein was obviously on the island. Clinton was on the island. Gates was on the island. Musk really, really, really wanted to be on the island, but couldn't get on the island. Trump was never on the island.
Right.
Who's the guy that played Woody? Tom Hanks was on the island. Did I say Oprah was on the island? Like, and that's my point. Like, it's obviously you will have to add the mold yourself, Jason.
Self-adding mold.
If you bring the mold to your coffee, it'll be there. But that's what makes this difficult, though. And now I kind of see. And call me a fucking homer if I'm being one, but now I kind of see why they kind of didn't want to just dump all the information. Because now we have all this data and you have a bunch of idiots reading it that don't know all the context, that are now using it out of context and are going to ruin any chance. Like, for instance, okay, let's say we find somebody that would, let's go just fucking worst case scenario, which is the exact opposite of everything I do. Let's try to bring Donald Trump to jail and have a jury or a trial of his peers with jurors that are not tainted, because that's one of the fucking rules.
Yeah.
And get a conviction that's not going to be a mistrial on Epstein shit. There's nobody in America right now. I don't think you could pick 12 people in America that wouldn't be swayed one way or the other.
It would be difficult.
In a trial for Donald Trump being a pedophile or not.
Yeah, I mean, because it's going to be politically charged. And even if they don't know, like, anything about politics, they're going to learn some.
Okay, so let's change. Let's change Donald Trump to Bill Gates. Like, anybody at this point with the massive amount of...
He is on trial in a different country.
Well, I'm talking about in America, where we have to follow the beyond a reasonable doubt, and it can be a non-contaminated jury. I'm fucking up their fucking term on that.
Yeah, no,
but like you're supposed to have
justice.
Yeah, it's supposed to. There's no way now with this broad dump of Epstein files that we could have blind justice on anybody. And I don't hear any of the news agencies or podcasters or anybody else talking about that fact. There's no way we could do that. It doesn't matter if it's Tom Hanks, Oprah Winfrey, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Donald Trump. How could you have blind justice in this case in any way, shape, or form now that all this information's been dumped? And you have all the news agencies talking about it. You've got all the podcasters talking about it. You've got, even our shitty podcast with 11 people is talking about it. So how could you have a fair trial? It wouldn't be. In one way or the other. And so, like, now I'm kind of sitting here thinking back, and like I said, call me a homer, but now it's like, maybe we shouldn't have just dumped all this shit until somebody actually, like, I guess what I'm saying is, if the FBI were to come out before they dumped everything and go, look, we're not going to be able to charge anybody else. Everything's done. There's nothing else we can do and say. This is the matter of the fact. It is what it is. here's all the information. That's one thing.
Right.
But I would like to believe, with all the information, including the redactions that I'm seeing, that the Department of Justice is actually pursuing criminally any of the things that they actually believe they can arrest somebody for in this case. How can you have a jury that's not tampered with in some way, form, shape, or fashion? You can't. And so it kind of would have made sense if they didn't dump all that shit. Like, what if they would have dumped all the shit in the Manson trial before they actually arrested Manson? And it was today, as far as the way information travels, and then they waited 3 months and charged him. Well, how do you get the arrest?
Yeah. Well, if he's not arrested,
Not the
yet,
arrest, but how do you get the conviction?
Yeah. He's it's not arrested yet. They won't release all that. They might have in the 70s, but they stopped doing that because they realized how stupid that was.
So if there's still open investigations on this, they really kind of fucking screwed the pooch. And really the only person to blame is Congress. And so, but go ahead, because you look like you had a point.
Well, I was just going to say, I thought that's what Cash Patel was going for at first. I don't know anymore.
I don't know what this... I know that they're doing great on bringing down murder since the 1900s.
The Dow.
The Dow's at 50,000. That's kind of an inside joke, but that's what they did. That's a distraction. They've found a whole bunch of lost children. They've stopped a whole bunch of sex assault, children trafficking. They've stopped a bunch of drugs. Like, they've done a lot of good things. But this whole Epstein, and realistically the MLK files, the motherfucking Kennedy files, those would have been okay to drop, in my personal opinion, because all of that's done. Anybody that had anything to do with JFK's assassination or MLK's assassination, they're all dead.
Or like, not even.
Yeah, or in an Alzheimer's wing somewhere. Yeah. Like, but there's a lot of people. We saw Prince Andrew get arrested. Now, we touched on that briefly. It had nothing to do with diddling kids and only passing secure information to Jeffrey Epstein. You see a bunch of CEOs and things resigning or getting fired. But realistically, at the end of the day, at most companies, I can just look at you and go, you were in the files. I don't care if you diddled kids or not. You were in the files. You are a public face of our company. You're fired.
Yeah.
I can't have... everyone's going to look at my company bad if I don't make a move. Especially coming off the woke years where people were just getting canceled for fucking saying things like retard.
Yeah, that shit was stupid. Still kind of can now.
Yeah, but the more and more of us are coming out like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah, then you get guys like Sean Strickland who's just so over the top.
That was so wild. I'm not going to play that because it still looks like we're live on YouTube. But if you get a chance, look up that Sean Strickland interview from... when was that?
It's the newest UFC, so it's a press conference.
Yeah, and it's
pre-fight press conference.
It's pretty.
It's funny too. Is his opponent's Mexican, and so he put out a fight poster with him in an ICE uniform and the other dude in a Mexican uniform. And so the other fighter, the Mexican fighter, is like, I don't like seeing that. What's happening to my people? That's bad. And what I want to say is, well, you should see how bad Mexicans get treated in Mexico.
Or, well, how did they treat Lincoln Riley?
Yeah, that too. That's always my go-to. Like, what about Lincoln Riley, man?
Like, oh, we only care.
Like, when Americans are getting hurt badly, like, no one gave a shit. So we had to... Actually, not a lot of people gave a shit. That's what we voted Trump in for.
We did.
So we voted for that, and then everybody's like, no. We're so manipulated. That's the problem.
Well, the problem is they act like sheep and cattle, and they follow what the herd says. Now, they can say the same thing about me being a magtard or a maggot, all that fun stuff. But I'm also critical on Trump. I've said on this podcast that, like, if Donald Trump is a fucking pedophile, get him the fuck out. And if you have proof of it, bring it out and fucking show everybody.
Yeah.
Because I believe in MAGA, and Donald Trump might have been the catalyst to actually create MAGA, but I don't think it ends with him.
No.
You know, I think he created something that stirs in the inside of each American at least each American that believes that America was Corn Pop's a bad dude. That America was great and it can be great again. I believe that that's what MAGA is. It's not Donald Trump's MAGA. Like, this is the new Republican Party.
Yeah.
It just took a firestorm to get us to the point that being called a racist doesn't end our day.
Yeah.
Especially when we're not racist.
That's their weapon.
It is. That's
Really,
their sword.
Anything straight, white, and conservative is considered racist, just on its face now. It's like
religious too.
Yeah, religion. Yeah, straight white Christian.
Yes.
You're just a racist.
You know, Catholics were being watched.
Yeah. Well, it's also like you couldn't find any big mama in the hood that's completely religious and against all the LGBTQ stuff.
Yep.
Plenty of that. No one brings that up. Liberals, anyway, they don't bring that up.
I don't bring that up because it doesn't fit their agenda. Just like they don't bring up that they created the Ku Klux Klan, that the Democrat Party was against the end of slavery, that nobody talks about all the white people that died to end slavery. Nobody talks about the white people that were enslaved in Africa. That one's wild. All the Europeans that were enslaved in Africa. That's not a conversation point either. Like, I think it was Thomas Sowell that said reparations would be a terrible idea because it would just be one group giving money to another group to give money back to the first group, because there were more Caucasians enslaved in Africa than there were Africans enslaved in America, and that was from a black man.
Yeah.
Like, get your facts straight. Democrats hated Abraham Lincoln.
That was the guy that
the whole Emancipation Proclamation, like, so,
white people ended slavery in America.
In America, there was a whole fucking war about it.
Now, some black people helped on the side of the Union.
Well, there's also conversation, and check this if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure through my research that the first slave owner in America was a black man, because black men could own black men as well.
Right.
You know, the whole situation was fucked. It was wrong.
Let's see.
What does Grok say?
Says there is no single first slave owner.
Okay, rephrase the question and ask if there were any African or black slave owners. Let's find out. We're going to find out here live.
Common claim is that Anthony Johnson, a black man from Angola who arrived in Virginia as an indentured servant, became free, acquired land, and was the first slave owner in America. Because in 1655, a Virginia court ruled in his favor that John Kaser, another black man, was his servant for life, not just a term of years.
So, but nobody wants to talk about that, and rightfully so. Like, that was a dark point in our time. Most people don't give a fuck what happened in 1982, and I don't necessarily disagree with it. But if I'm supposed to feel some sort of guilt for something that I never did and would never condone, I don't. Do I feel bad for people that were enslaved? Absolutely. But that hasn't happened in America in my parents' lifetime.
No, we're not paying reparations.
No, we're not. Anyway, I don't even really know how I got on that subject, but we're here now. Sean Strickland's a wild man.
Yeah.
That's how we got there.
Shtick too.
That's how we got there. It was Sean Strickland. Well, I feel like Sean Strickland is trying to be like the WWE, but like actual ass kicking.
Actual views, but
he's embellishing it a little. I think, like being
yeah.
over the top. Like,
whenever you see him talk for real, like the people, like he kind of settles it down. Like he'll backtrack a lot. Even like his best friend is a very liberal dude. Like from what he says in public, anyway, right? His public persona, anyway. That's why he brought Kyle Rittenhouse to his gym, and the dude like freaked out.
I remember you telling me about that.
Like,
so LGBTQ, that's the alphabet click. I watched, supposedly it was a mayoral candidate for Los Angeles, and African American or a black lady, Same thing. And she was like, look, we're cool with LGB because, you know, that's sexual preference, but like the rest of it, y'all are weird. I don't stand up for anybody that wants to
Oh
remove
yeah, I did
the,
see
yeah.
that. Yeah.
And another funny thing that I read in a couple sources, and I haven't really like verified, but basically the way California's governor race goes is whoever has the most votes in the primary are the two people that go against each other. And right now it looks like it's going to be two Republicans
Okay.
because it doesn't matter. Like, it's not about, you know, one Republican and one Democrat. It's about the two people that have the most votes because they're so Democratic in California, which is why I'm still kind of like iffy on the whole filibuster thing.
Yeah.
Because the whole point to all of this is to make sure that you don't have mob rule where 51% of the people say Greg doesn't get a paycheck and has to work 50 hours a
Yeah.
week. And all of a sudden, Greg doesn't get a paycheck. That's why we're a constitutional republic, Stuart. You know what I'm talking about. Because that Constitution gives us rights that are inalienable. I fucked that word up. But basically, it don't matter if fucking 99% of the people agree that you can take my guns away, you can't take my guns away.
Right.
If 99% of the people agree that you can stop me from speaking freely, you can stop me from speaking freely. None of that is the case because we are a constitutional republic, and that's important. Like, it's important that we teach the younger generation that, because if they don't catch on to that, well, it's easy to take rights from people that don't know they have them.
Yep. Or think that's just the way it goes.
That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. I'm singing for you.
Dang it.
All right, we got 3 minutes. Let's see what else is going on.
That's what
I haven't heard anything about Maduro.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Grok, what's going on with Maduro? See what they have to say, because well, mine is a chick because I don't want a dude to answer me. Be honest. I think I'm not.
What's going on with Maduro?
Yeah, because I'd really like to know.
Any recent updates on Maduro?
And you hear on the fringe side, all the people out here that are like, Maduro's singing like a canary, talking about they're talking about me singing right there. That was Tupac, by the way. That was Tupac, one of the greatest. All right, guys, you got to get our count up. I need three more devices logged in because we got to run one more ad tonight before we let y'all go home. And we appreciate it. That's one. I got 3 minutes to get to 3 more devices.
Not Maduro, though. Thought I had something.
But I am wondering what's going on with Maduro because, like I was saying, you got the fringe side out here.
He remains detained in Brooklyn.
When's he going to trial? Does he have a lawyer? I bet he's got. You think he's got a public defender? Guys in the chat, does Maduro have a public defender? Because, I mean, he ain't got access to any of his oil money. Think about it, though. Like, we took that. Oh, that's another motherfucking thing. Everybody went up in arms for a minute about the oil we sold from that tanker.
Mm-hmm.
Because Trump took that money and put it in an offshore bank account. Now, he did that so that it didn't get absorbed into the federal government and just kind of lost so that Venezuela would get that money.
Okay.
And all the liberals were out there like, oh my God, Trump is he's funneling money to an offshore account. Like it's a Venezuelan, it's for Venezuela. Nothing, huh?
No, so his court is coming up in March 26th at 11 a.m. But he does have legal representation. His primary defense attorney is Barry J. Polak, a prominent U.S. criminal defense lawyer. Fucking bullshit.
Well, money buys people, Greg.
Lawyers, soulless.
Ask how much Barry G. Polak makes an hour for being a criminal defense lawyer.
He was known for high-profile cases like Julian Assange.
What you lost?
That's one. It says cases, and that's one.
No.
All right, let's see. What he makes an hour?
Yeah. What does that lawyer make an hour? You better figure out why there's people that are willing to be slimy snakes. You're about to learn. Real quick. Real quick, brethren. Don't ask where that came from.
It's not publicly disclosed. I'm going to tell him, make a guess.
Yeah. What's your educated assessment of what he makes?
Top criminal defense. Okay, top criminal defense, which he is. Specialists often bill $600 to $1,000 per hour, sometimes higher for pit bull litigators. So I'm sure they're paying that.
Oh my God, bro! $1,000 an hour. So if you work a 54-hour work week,
so fees are often structured as substantial retainers, potentially 6 or 7 figures up front.
If you work a 54-hour work week, that's $54,000. Bro, that's
they get OT. No,
that's more than most motherfucking people make in a goddamn year in the world. Look up what the world's average dollar an hour rate is. Guys, this is going to surprise you. I recently learned that if you own a car, you're in the top 1% of wealth in the world. If you own a vehicle. And I thought that was wild because, like, to think that the rest of the nation is that perverse. I had to pick the right way to say that
I
word.
don't think that's right.
Well, it gets close to
Poor.
yeah, but there's actually a word for it.
Perverse.
But you don't want to say like preverts. Most people don't make an hourly wage, and they only make like 30.
The median monthly wage for full-time employees was about $846.
So the median monthly wage,
equivalent to $4 to $5 per hour,
in the world is $800. So that's the middle of the world. The middle amount of money that you can make in the world is $800 a month. Let that shit sink in. Let it marinate. And while you're doing it, log on to all the devices that you can find so that we can run one more campaign. Every single one, every tablet, every computer.
You got an old Tamagotchi.
If you've got a Tamagotchi that can log on to Rumble and play it, log on. We would like to play you one more ad. One more, just one. Pull up yours. Give us one more. Give us one more. Every device you have.
Got 4 likes.
We better have more than 4 likes, guys.
Get
like
more
really.
Time, we do better.
If the blue pill worked for you, you wouldn't be.
I don't know how to mute it.
Here's what the pharmaceutical companies don't tell you. Traditional ED pills.
Traditional ED pills, guys.
From one generation to another. Freedom and
I don't even know if that's going to work. I'm doing it too. Come on, we need one more, guys.
Uno mas.
Uno mas. Get us there. Do it for your friends. We could ask you to get us to 20,000. Come on.
Do it.
Do it.
Dude, you won't do it.
You won't do it. You won't put one more out there.
I bet you won't.
I bet you won't do it. Oh, shit. They did it.
Oh, they did it. Oh, they did it. Nah.
Let's see. All right, guys. Once again, we appreciate it. Don't forget your Rumble wallet.
Do not.
They can cancel your accounts, freeze your cards, decide what you're allowed to buy, say, or support.
Tyrants.
Big banks and big banks and financial institutions have total control, and they use it. That's why financial independence matters more now than ever. Introducing Rumble Wallet, a wallet built for real freedom. With a Rumble Wallet, you control your money, not a bank, not a government, not a tech company. Buy digital assets like Tether, Tether Gold, and Bitcoin in one secure place. No permissions, no middlemen, no cancel button. And when you want to support the creators you actually believe in, you can use the Rumble Wallet app to directly tip content creators like Ultra Magnation securely, instantly, and without interference. This isn't a credit line that they can shut off. It's your wallet permanently. Yours to protect your future, yours to protect your family. When the system fails, when institutions turn on their own people, when institutions turn on their own people, financial sovereignty is the difference between security and vulnerability. Rumble Wallet isn't about politics. It's about freedom, ownership,
Own it.
and protecting what's yours. So take control today. Download Rumble Wallet now and step away from big banks for good. True ownership, true protection, true financial freedom, and truly the ability to tip Ultra Magnation.
Truly.
Anyway, thank you for following Rumble Wallet. I fucked that up at the end. Fuck that up. My eyes got all watery. I was crying because of how true and free that was. It was so good. It was such a good ad. Anyway, guys, we appreciate y'all. Thanks for being out there and watching the podcast. Hit the like button on every device that you have it playing on.
Do like the ASMR. Oh, got my phone doing crazy.
Won't let me like it without logging in. I tried to like it. Anyway, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us tonight. We know it was a surprise podcast. We got shit going on this week. We're not going to go live, but we'll be at some real live fights on Saturday.
Real live.
Real live. Realize. How about that? Ultra Magnation. We're out.
Peace.